Hello, this is Warpath 1985 speaking, and you may be curious, where have I been in the past couple of days, slash, 2 weeks I think, because this video might be coming out Monday of the second week of May? I can't remember. The main explanation for that is a couple of things, but also still some positive things here and there. I'll put like a little number here, like it's still stamped, just get this little update section, which is more just intervention here or there. The biggest reason I've been gone for quite a while is mostly just school reasons. I finally finished school, which is awesome. I get to finally pretty much graduate from high school, move to college, which is both good and bad, because that means I get more free time. College is something a lot more difficult. So positive and negative technically. In the meantime, I am pretty much free to do whatever I want, except for I have to go to other couple of different events in the summer, mostly just involving just college events or general practices, because I technically have been to college already. I've been taking classes here and there. It's just that I have to go ahead and go attend some certain general events and or just training meeting to get yourself prepared and just general understand that you're gonna be like gone for your like pretty much almost a whole year, not be there with your family and stuff, which is I don't know, very disconcerting. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Otherwise, I will be releasing the other reviews, like the Dom Chopin review, which is pretty much done. But I will have an explanation after this journal bit. We'll be doing a review of JoJo Bullhorn and also the Slam. I'm doing the Slam and or Breaker. I might do the Slam first. I might do Breaker. I don't know. I might change my mind, or even like a different vehicle, like the Cobra Imp. I have a lot of vehicles in my collection, so I will be reviewing some of them here and there. Maybe I'll do the Imp or Adder first, it's a lot more simple, or the Slam. We'll be doing a Bullhorn though, because I do have a complete Bullhorn, which is pretty hard for some reason, even though it's a relatively common figure to come by. Other than that, the final explanation for this review taking a lot longer than expected was other than school, mind you, will be that this review had to be like redone a couple of times, which is because I didn't realize that I was using two of the hands to my first recording of the review, and this is my second one, mind you. Technically second one, this is my third one, technically. The second to third one was a re-recording because I had to do the stuff here and there. But however, the third one says second one, which is this one. Not very confusing. Is just me having those two extra pieces, which are just hands, mind you, and also have better explanation and more comparisons because I was able to paint up more kits here and there, and also was able to get some more kits here and there as well. I am actually getting another kit soon-ish, maybe. Or it's not pretty much very undetermined. I'm gonna be getting a couple more. And also, P.S. the new Zaku Gundam Mark II is ginormous. It's more like a perfect grade there, or just 1/100, I think it's called. 100, 160, 180, whatever. There's generally big ones. I don't know, big markets. Okay, so with all that aside, this is our review, which is all about the Gundam HGUC Gouf Custom, or the Gouf Custom. There's multiple ways to pronounce it, but generally just Gouf Custom. Obviously piloted by Norse Packard and the White Rose. I forget what the actual pilot's name, but it's just White Rose. Another pilot, I forget their name as well. And also the Midnighters from Recommend Inventions. So those are all the ones I am aware of that do exist. Might be once again another one, but I'm only just knowing that it's White Rose, Norse Packard, and the Midnighters, just the ones I know of. There's probably once again Pulp channel. I want to show you all the different model kits, which there are several, mind you. Like there's also the Crimson Gouf Custom, and the Crimson Gouf Custom. Different ways to pronounce it, but still just the Crimson Gouf Custom. There's also the various Gouf Fly types, which are just heavy retools of this kit. They're still very different, but they're still heavy retools. Curious what's the noise in the background? A fan, because it's a small heat wave from Southern California. Again, I know it's just tropical dry forest, I tell you. But also the And the other thing being the Gouf Custom does have like a couple other like older technically HDs here and there. I think it has a master grade too as well. Yeah, it does, confidently. Which I'm waiting for Chubby Han to do his review because it does have the master grade, but he hasn't done a review yet. Yeah, that's pretty much it for Gouf Custom. I'll be able to point out the image of that one pilot, says Ace, who I based this color scheme on. I do mean technically based. Even this color scheme is very different. And also it's a Gouf Custom, not standard Gouf. So yeah, it is technically original, but it's still using that as a base. But other than that, that's pretty much it for the general history bit of the Gouf Custom. Other than just, yeah, it's probably North Packard, and that was pretty much the first time I ever saw it. Because they like a couple of dudes and things like that. So yeah. When it comes to accessories, the Gouf Custom has a couple, that being a lot of hands, which was the big reason why I had to redo this review because I forgot like one of the hands. There are two of them. So we have two fists, generally just closed fists, which have been done multiple times in HGUC, but I'll try like one of the hands here. In this case, just for the Gouf. Some open hands, technically, just grabby hands. There you go, just grabby hands. Have open hand, and another grabby hand. So you do get a lot here, but it's okay. And I also realized this is not the grabby hand for this one. This is the grabby hand for the Zaku Kai. And was it fell on my bits bag. So yeah, you just get two grabby hands, two fists, and one open hand, which is pretty cool. I don't know why I didn't notice that, but yeah, that was the Zaku Kai's hand. So yeah, you also get the heat wire, which is very similar to the heat tensile wire. There's second two different versions. There's a heat wire and there's a heat Harkin? I don't know. It's really confusing. All of them are basically the same thing. It's just a wire that comes out like a little part of the body of like an arm or something. That's it. So yeah, it is pretty much your standard heat wire. One major difference compared to the standard Gouf is that it's not like generous tentacle. You also got this little piece here, which is the unactivated heat wire, which goes into this little area. It's really hard to like remove. Even if I didn't paint it, it's still like incredibly hard to remove. But it just plugs into there. There's heat wire. It's a very simple accessory and very simple gimmick. Only which is that it was just a little bit longer because other heat wires are slightly longer, but it makes sense for the Gouf Custom because they don't really need to be that long. But also you have the version from the magnet Harkin, which is a magnet anchor from the Zaku Murder, which is ginormously long, like is huge. Makes sense for that because it's technically a towing cable, technically. Also just a standard anchor, so it makes sense, but not really. Last you have the Gouf Custom's like Gattling Shield, which is pretty much very modular. So you have this cold sword, cold sword. It's just basically the same thing as the standard Gouf like sword, but it's cold. And it's not made of like nanomachines technically. But yeah, it's pretty much that's it. You also have this part, the top part of the shield, which is also removable. The bottom part, mind you, is a little bit difficult, or a lot more difficult, because you have to remove this piece here, which is the small like wrist-mounted machine gun that is used by most Goufs. And the bottom part, which is movable like so. So yeah. And you have this shield by itself. Some paint scratching here, but it gets covered up by the iron bits. So no big diddy. big deal. You also have a removable drum, which is pretty easy. But yeah, little like drum there, and the ammo belt. So yeah, pretty easy to remove all this stuff here and there. Just putting them together is the harder part. You also have the little tiny machine gun here. So removable parts here and there, like the small finger and the camera. Which, let's get to articulation, which is pretty easy. Snip the hands in there. I think this is the right hand, right? Yeah, it is. So yeah, for articulation, it's very, very simple, yet also very easy technically. It's simple, but also easy to it turns very accessible, because certain mod kits and other issue kits are a lot harder to use the articulation, but in this case it's very easy. So you have a butterfly joint, a swivel, there you go, and we bend at the elbow, ball joint at the hand, which the hands do come off very easy, which is a problem on most HT kits from this time. We have a ball joint at the head and also at the waist, which is limited due to the cooling wires, right? Cooling pipes, there we go. But not so much for the head. The head's like very free moving. This is gonna be a little bit difficult. Because of the cooling pipes, the legs are like very difficult to move. More it's just the armor panels here. They can't go that far in both directions, which is both unfortunate and also okay, because the Gouf Custom doesn't really do that much of a dramatic pose, and most of the scenes are kind of like iconic for it. Either be from the little derrick building, just falling down, or just running on the road piece. But other than that, it is unfortunate you don't get much circulation with it. Or it's the exact opposite with lower legs. We have a double bend at the knee and some ankle articulation, which just means ball joints, hinges, and also a calf cut as well. And this joint here, I don't know what it's called, but mostly it's just there for better posing and general stability. But yeah. Alright, so here's the Gouf Custom with the cold sword and Gattling Shield. So yeah, it looks pretty good with both of the accessories. And as you can see in the background, let's start off the fun part of the review, which is the comparison section. Now, I do have a lot more kits than last time, which was the Zaku 2 Kai review. So that's just FZ, or Fritzhelm, and also the Dom Chopin, which was reviewed, or more or less was recorded before this retake. So yeah, that review is okay, it doesn't need to be edited or whatever. Just in general, is made before that, this general retake, which is also the third one now officially, because I realized that I didn't really explain that well in the general last bits of the review, or general just showed off figures that well. Aside from that, let's start off with a couple of figures which I have here, which are the previous review and future review of the Zaku 2 Kai and the Dom Chopin, which look pretty good together. Also have my recently painted Goku sleeves version, which once again the two look pretty good together. And also, if it can focus, because it's kind of struggling here. Also have the recently purchased / built Zaku Mariner, a kit I've been trying to get for pretty much a while now, but it's been pretty hard to get, mostly just because distribution of the thing is very inconsistent. But I finally got it. Also have the Goku Marine, another kit I purchased and painted very recently, which the Zaku Mariner was not painted, nor is the Zaku 1 here, which the shield decided to just come off, because yeah, it's very loose fitting compared to the spec shield of the Goku Marine. Sorry for that. Once again, two look good together. Technically 3. I'm noticing that the 10 is like slightly bent. Hopefully this means it's gonna snap off, which is very common for that kit to do. It's just randomly break. You also have the Vert Dom 2 and the Dom. Once again, the 3 looked really good together. The only problem I have with the German Vert Dom is just, I wish it had butterfly joints. All the kits around the time had butterfly joints, but the Vert Dom decided not to have it. Also have the Zaku Cannon and the Zaku 2 that this is the first one I ever painted. The monk I ever painted in my entire building career. And also have the second one, second Zaku I painted in the Camphor, which I also painted. So yeah, once again, very cool together. Set that one aside. And finally, the Akai and the Guagu, or the Juagu. Different ways to pronounce it. I first just like calling it Guagu. So yeah. Also, recently painted the Akai 2, so I might do a review of it someday, but I'm not sure. I gotta look for that Olehammerstein part that was included with it. I think I have like somewhere in storage. And finally, you have the Zagok, which I want to paint as the Xeon Revenance version from Unicorn. I just need to look for that weird, like, tan green color. I had the technically color palettes for the Guagu, but I'm gonna go for the more like those MZ colors, so yeah, I don't know. It's definitely something I think about. But yeah, that's it for comparisons and general review, other than just some slight recommendations and some warnings here and there. So it is unfortunate that once again this kit does not have that much wasted articulation when it comes to other Xeon and General Federation kits at the time, because a lot of kits at that time have weak articulation. It's also once again surpassed by an older kit, which is the Zaku 1, because it actually can do a 360, which is quite shameful. Although yes, it has better ab crunch, because that does not have ab crunch, I think, right? Oh no, it does. Never mind, it also surpasses the Gouf Custom. So yeah, the Gouf Custom maybe has really bad wasted articulation. So big bad whoop. But must mention and also say once again, the Gouf Custom is also available in multiple different stores here and there. You can find a Hobby Lobby, which is the easiest way to get it. It's also the way my uncle got it for me, because it was like I think it was a birthday gift. Yeah, I think it was like a birthday gift or like some celebration gift. I legitimately can't remember, but yeah, it was a gift nevertheless. There's also some other stores here and there as well. You can find like a special places like Ninja Exchange and Rigasons. You can find a bunch of them over there, or you can find them like over there in Gunzo, I think. Another like California like Gundam store. There's a lot of places you can find this kit. It's very common. The Gouf Custom is a little bit hard to find, a lot more expensive, but still, it's the same as that kit. It's just if you're like a straight builder or whatever, a straight builder, or box builder, whoever, just person doesn't paint or stuff. It just depends on like what's for color, like blue or like red. I just get whatever kit I want painted up, which is why I have this thing, because there's a Sam Brown one. It's in standard version, so paint with Sam Brown because I just prefer more. Aside from that, that's all for this review. I've nothing else pretty to say about the Gouf Custom. It's a really good kit. I recommend it a lot because again, it's really, really good. I want to paint up as these little desert one here. It's generally a desert color of the Gouf, which are many, mind you. Or again, paint up as the version used by White Rose, the Midnighters, and or Norris Packard, etc. So once again, no more colors you can paint up as, or the random one that was used like in MS Igloo, which I forgot to mention. It is changing the temperature for your hand, so you can recreate the MS Igloo one, because I think that one had like a machine gun, not a Gattling gun technically. But yeah, that's all for this review. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hopefully I shall see you next time.